This is the award-winning car talk show in Wheel Time, your weekly go-to all things automotive place. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars, King Conrad DeLong, Jeffrey Zekin right off camera over there, and me, the mystery man. Glad that you could make it along with us on this Saturday.
And our in-studio guest.
In studio.
Kathy.
Kat is what George called you, and Alex, her
Yes,
son.
that's right. So,
And Alec did assistance with me on my car review. Thank you.
Yeah,
Very good job.
So, and welcome and thank you for the nice pastries that you brought today. You did not have to do that.
And
but
the
we
everything
truly appreciate
bagels.
What are you bringing next week?
it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think, what we should do is we should start selling tickets to the live program. And the price of admission has got to be some pastries.
So
Food.
we have to buy the tickets to let them in.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're the ones that are, okay. They get in free. We have to buy them.
John Gray is going, hey, count me in on some of that breakfast stuff.
John Gray, my goodness, it's been a while since we talked to you. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, and John is our go-to guy, not only with car finishes, but John does a lot more than that. He does installations of stereos and window tint, all these different things. But he's got an awesome shop over there not too far from the fine folks at Professional Auto Care.
Mm-hmm. And John also plays in the high end of cars. He's got a good relationship with the Tesla community here in town, and generally always has some pretty fancy rides in there getting their paint protection done as well.
Hi, John. How are you, brother? Good to see you.
Good morning, boys. How are y'all?
You're just sitting there eating all this up, aren't you?
He's showing us.
I tell you,
Showing us his whiskey collection over his shoulder.
We're doing shots.
We're doing shots. We're all going down to John's plate. Look at that.
Yeah. Heitzman even saw it, yeah.
Yeah, we like it a lot. So we'll on our way as soon as the show's over.
most people don't mind waiting here because they have access to it.
Yeah, well, we like it. Yeah. So let's talk.
Conrad was talking about the 24 hours of Rolex 24 at Daytona. If you ever get a chance to go. The access is absolutely amazing. You get right next to the drivers. It's absolutely an incredible event to go to.
Yeah, it's one of my bucket list things to do. So I haven't yet, and one of these days I'll get in the car.
We need to go down there and do a broadcast or something. We got to find some excuse
Sounds good
to go
to me.
there.
Yeah.
So we understand you may have a new toy. Is that correct?
I do. I've ordered this thing 18 months ago. Well, it was 17 months to the day when I picked it up, and we honestly we didn't think we were going to get it. My little dealer down at Von Will, ordered it for me, and of course he was darn near last. But they about 2 months ago we were surprised to get a VIN number, and we actually got it. So,
do you happen to have this mystery vehicle there at the shop?
I do. I do have it.
I think that what we should do is we'll wait till we get out in the shop and take a look at it.
Unveil it.
Yeah,
sure. It's really neat. I'm really excited about it.
John, I wanted to ask you about the number one thing that you do at Gulf Coast Auto Shield. What is the number one thing that people buy from you?
The thing that generates the most interest in what we do is paint protection film. We're really busy with paint protection film. Matter of fact, from an independent standpoint, we're the biggest XPEL shop in the state, and one of the top 10 in the country. And it's a hard product to put on. It's a hard product to make look good. And XPEL's fantastic. They're a great company. They've got a great warranty. But I have some guys that are really talented as well. And so we've been able to kind of create a really good reputation for not only doing good work with paint protection film, but for backing it up. And if there's ever an issue, it's something that we're going to replace.
Well, John, for the people that don't really understand what it is exactly, the paint protection film, explain to them in simple terms exactly what it is and why is it so hard to apply?
Well, it's a urethane. So it is a urethane layer that is applied with an adhesive on the film. and it's applied with soap and water. And, it's not so difficult to apply to like a flat surface, but if you're talking about a bumper that's got multiple curves in it, and the film is designed and compensated for those curves, you've got to stretch, you've got to align. And, wherever your starting point is, if you don't have a great alignment on your starting point, the entire bumper is going to be off. So it is some really, really difficult work. And I'll be very honest with you. I mean, I went to class. It's just something that frustrates me. I really can't do it. I mean, if we get to the point where I'm applying film here, it's time to shut the doors.
Yep, I can relate.
Because it's really, really difficult work. And like I said, I'm lucky, very fortunate to have some really, really talented people.
Well, explain to everybody exactly how it works, because once it's applied, it has kind of a magic quality to it, and that it heals itself. Explain that.
It does. It's a multiple layered product. It's got a top coat on it, almost like a clear coat on a car. Obviously, it's not near as hard, so it can absorb some impact. But that top coat, when you put heat on it, if you've got like light scratching, swirl marks, things of that nature, as long as it hadn't gone through the top coat, that top coat under heat will reflow itself, and you can make it heal. But the main thing, the most important thing about it is you would have to take a really, really significant hit for it to damage your paint. Matter of fact, I've seen hits on hoods that were aluminum, like a Tesla hood, that were hit so hard that it dented the paint, or dented the car, but yet it didn't damage the paint. Now, obviously, it all depends on the angle of the hit, but that's saying something right there. So it is now that didn't self-heal, of course, the film in that case, but it is a really legitimate product when installed properly. It disappears on the car.
Yeah. Now, do they sell a clear bra type of application in most cases?
As far as the dealerships?
Well, no. Like for you,
like
for
what
instance.
You put on.
Yeah, like what you put on.
Do you just put on the Expel on the front of the vehicle, in the back of the mirrors, or do you do the whole vehicle?
Oh, we do the whole vehicle. Matter of fact, when we go out in the shop, I'll show you a vehicle or two that we actually have in here that we are going to be doing full film on. That's not something that I would necessarily recommend for every car, but once you start to get up into a certain price point, especially a car that is going to hold its value, that becomes it's something that I would say it can really add value to the car.
You want to do everything you can to protect it, even if it's just a little bit.
Right. And, like I got a call from a guy with a Hyundai Palisade. I guess he paid about $48,000 for it. And, I recommended what's the recommendation on something like that? The partial kit where it only covers part of the hood, the bumper, the lights, and the mirrors. From a value standpoint, that's it. I mean, that's where 90% of the damage is going to occur on your car.
Right.
So
yeah, I want to see Herman's car, because Herman's on Facebook with us, and he said you have one of his cars in there right now, and I will absolutely butcher his last name, so I won't even try.
Yeah, well, you butchered his first name too. It's Hernan.
Oh, it is. Yeah, get your glasses. Here, you want to borrow my glasses?
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I told him his car was going to be on Facebook this morning, so he's tuning into it.
Nice job, Conrad.
But the beauty of the Expel product is that it not only protects the paint, but it keeps the car, I'm going to say, cleaner, because it's much easier to clean the Expel product than it is to clean the paint.
It can, especially when we apply a certain type of ceramic coating to that film. I wouldn't apply the same type of ceramic coating on the paint that I would do on the film. Most of our coatings are a heavy solids coating, which is something that's got a lot of solvent in it. We have some very light solids coatings that when we put it on that film, it makes it really, really easy to clean up. And using the right products, even without the coating, it's something that you can clean up very, very easily as well.
Now, is paint correction as important on a new vehicle before you put the Expel coating on it or wrap on it, film on it?
Well, I'm gonna dispel some. There's some people that will try to sell you full paint correction before film goes on, and there may be a case or two where that's needed. I don't advocate that personally. That film is so thick, and the way it lays, it levels the paint. If you've got some minor stuff in there, no, I wouldn't waste the customer's money on doing that, because all of that stuff will disappear. I can honestly sand your initials with 3,000 grit sandpaper in the hood of a car, lay film on it, and you would never know that I did that.
Wow.
Well, there's an honest business person.
It levels the paint. So it's just now paint chips. Yeah, we're going to try to touch up paint chips to the best of our ability. It'll never really be perfect unless you get it sprayed, which is, the reason why, it makes it important to do the car as quickly as you can before you get some paint chips in it. But as far as the correction goes, I'm not going to sell a customer that unless it's in really, really bad shape.
Okay, well, that's fair and honest. A lot of people are trying to oversell, and you're just going to do what's right, so.
Yep, every time.
All right. So we've got the paint correction. We've got the paint coating. We've got the overlay, like the Expel product.
Right.
I've known John, 15
4 or
years.
5 years.
Yeah, to say the least. Matter of fact, was introduced to him by a dear friend of mine that he sold his business and it's no longer there. But we got introduced, and he says, "Man, you really got to meet this guy. He really knows a lot about paint and all that." So that's how far back we go. And he's done a lot of work on my Corvette because goodness knows it needed it. A car that's 20 years old, you can imagine.
And black.
Which is
always the hardest color to.
Absolutely terrible. Yeah. Yeah. So at any rate, I know that you have some other special things going on there at Gulf Coast Auto Shield, and you're going to take us out into the shop?
I'm going to take you out in the shop and show you a couple things.
I can't wait.
Yeah, we got a couple cool things. Let me see if I can flip my camera around here.
Okay.
There we go.
Because
nice chair.
All right, there's
Awesome.
I'm going to introduce you to Alex here. Alex is my one of my window tinters, and I guess he's my lead guy, and he's about to cut some film for a Cayenne that we've got outside. Say what's up, Alex.
Hey guys.
So you actually,
Alex goes, "Leave me alone. I'm working."
so you actually have a pattern that you cut out for the window tint?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for the vast majority of them, yeah, we can. We have patterns.
Saves on the waist.
Exactly.
We make them. You get a better fit, but we also cut them a little bit long because you don't want a line between the edge of the window and where the film starts. So my guys cut it long and they shave it right up against the edge of the window, so it's one continuous piece and not some line that goes on the side. It really looks bad.
Well, that looks bad in a different kind of way.
Oh my gosh, is that beautiful?
Let me tell you something. This is the new 2021 992 Turbo S.
Oh my gosh.
This is a monster of a car.
How much does that thing retail for?
I think this is a 230.
$230,000. Nice.
Yeah, for the cab, and it is as bad
to the bone.
As they get.
Yeah,
that is beautiful.
All-wheel drive. It's just really something else. They're amazing vehicles. Roof is extra.
Yeah.
On this car, we are gonna film the entire car. It's over here in Jerry's space because we are installing built-in laser diffusers with radar detectors front and rear on this one. And
laser diffusers, I love that.
Yes, sir.
It's
the new Star Wars thing that he's into these days.
Stealth.
I tell you, it's the only countermeasures available for police laser.
Hey,
Do
John.
you also install photon torpedoes? No, sorry.
We do. We do.
That's in another room in the back.
Yeah. It's another different place.
Here's another fantastic car. This is the new GT4. Man, this little car's got it's a mid-engine with the 4-liter 6-cylinder in it.
The Cayman,
maybe the best track car around from a new car perspective.
Are these customer vehicles, or are these sent to you from the particular dealership for future sale?
These are customer dealers, customer vehicles.
Yeah, and I assume that
gorgeous.
you actually went and picked that up and drove it over to the shop.
This guy actually, we picked up the Turbo S. I sent a flatbed for that one, but the customer actually dropped this car off.
Yeah.
that
at
is
the shop.
stunning. I love that.
And after you get through with it, you're going to have to test drive it?
I probably won't. But I've driven so many of them that, and not only that, when you're driving somebody else's car, you never want to. We're being as careful as we possibly can, and
you don't
trying
want
to get it back to the client.
Yeah, this
you don't
is
want to be
Houston.
that guy that dinged it.
Yeah.
And 24
I don't
hours
wanna
of
be that
Daytona is
guy.
coming up, too.
Be on the news or
Yeah.
have your YouTube video of you with doing
Yep.
something wrong.
In a helicopter chase or something.
Don following you all the way to Winnie.
It just takes one. It just takes one time.
Yeah, there's
To ruin
3
your
of us here that have
reputation.
done it all.
Mars in particular, he's the one who always gets the tickets.
That's why
Here's a
they
car.
don't. That's why they don't give him
I
the
did-
red key fob.
I did go pick up this car, and we were walking around the car, and you see that that primer on the back. She wanted her luggage area. Well, it turns out somebody had already backed into the car.
Oh no!
and this thing brand new, and so we're taking care of that for her. and
It's a
then we're gonna
Mercedes-Benz
get
what?
It's an AMG.
GLE 53.
Yeah.
AMG. Yeah. We got a Mercedes dealership here today.
No kidding.
So,
yeah.
That's pretty, too.
This car is a GLC 63S. This one is a GLC. Actually, it's a GLE. They're so similar. One's bigger than the other. This is a wonderful car. I mean, look at this. Look at these. Let me get on this side of it because we can see it better. I mean, absolutely fantastic.
So really, this is more along
ceramic.
the lines of a candy shop over here.
Yeah, this car we did full front clear bra on it. Protected some stuff on the sides of it, and then we did our ceramic, our fine lab heel light ceramic coating on the rest of the paint, and tinted the windows. I mean, what a fantastic car this is!
So
I mean,
John,
it sounds so good.
John, on the front wrap that you're putting on there, does it go all the way up to the end of the hood, up to the pillar? Or
This one did, yes, and we actually wrap it around the edges, so that you can't. So there are no lines going down the side.
Well, that's what
of
I
the
was
hood.
looking for, was the lines, and you just can't see them.
There are none.
Well,
There are none.
that's why going to you is the choice. Because you can see a lot of bad protective wraps out there, and some of the poor quality of protective wrap material
Well,
that's
they
out there.
shortcut
We talked about alignment. Those panels are done right there, and as long as you align it right and wrap it around the edge, you're just not going to see it.
Right.
Check this one out, man. This is a pretty cool car over here.
Now, John, are there patterns for that as well? We saw the young man cutting
do
out
you
a pattern for the
custom cut
window.
these?
Yeah, or do you apply it?
There
and then trim it?
are. It depends. On some areas we will do it custom. Some areas we will use patterns, but we customize the patterns to wrap around the edges, and even some areas we'll extend it like 1/10 of an inch just to make a better fit than what the pattern offers.
So it holds the wrap around whatever door or fender.
Yeah, this is the Avant. This is the
Oh my gosh, is that gorgeous?
S6 Avant. For some reason, and I think it's a cool car and everything. There is about a year wait on this car.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. And why did this work so well and the Panamera Turismo didn't? I don't get it. But what a beautiful car this is. This is really, really pretty. I'll show it to you from the back.
And that's a gray without metallic.
Yeah, that's kind of the new chalky Nardo gray.
Oh, I love
it. Is what it actually is. And let's go look at old Hernan's car.
Yeah, because that's why
Just a little
Hernan's
while.
on, right?
That's right. So that is Hernan's GT4 right there.
Oh my gosh, is that
And he's
blue
gonna
enough?
Yep, he's going to track this car.
Is he?
Yeah, so we did. Not only did we do the full front on it, we did an extended rocker panel kit to keep the sides looking right, and some coverage right behind the rear wheels. And
Yeah, if he's going to track it, he's going to throw some stuff up there.
Yep, you're going to want to get definitely get some side protection. This is also a cool car. This is another one that, man, I can't keep these in stock. This is the RS Q8.
Oh, Q8 is in an RS no less. It's the Hot Rod Q8.
Yeah, it is an awesome car.
And then the car of my daughter's dreams is the RS Q8. She's got a Q3. She wants to grow up to a Q5, and now she's looking at the Q8. And I'm like, keep your high-paying job.
This car is absolutely incredible. And here's the car that we just picked up.
Oh. This is your toy?
Yes. Yeah, this is the one that we ordered and didn't think we were going to get. And this is it for me as far as toys. This is the last. I've been told it is the last one.
I heard that Ford Motor Companies are going to stop building the Cobras.
Well, they stopped. This is last year was the last year of the 350. This is the 500. This is the 760 horsepower car. They will. This car will have another 3 years, 3-year run, and who knows what's next for it. This very well may be the last Shelby that's not electric that we see out of Ford.
I was just going to say, because the next version will be electric. Yeah,
that is very possible. I'm bringing it around this way.
So, supercharged Coyote 5-liter?
A 5.2 liter supercharged. There's Sergio getting the fender ready to go. And
oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. And what do they call that color besides orange?
Twister orange. And there's Vince laying some film on right there. Of course, we took the Cobra off the side. You can see the holes there.
Yeah.
For it.
It'll go back on, correct?
Absolutely. It will go back on. And that's him aligning it. Look at the size of the brake calipers on that car.
It takes up almost half of it.
So what are those, 20s?
They're 20s, yes, sir.
So that's what, like a 16, 18-inch rotor?
Yeah. Well, John, we really appreciate you showing us your toy and all of the toys that are in your shop. We want to be you. And like Don said, it looks like the candy factory. So does that make you Willy Wonka?
I guess it kind of does.
Yeah. I want your golden ticket.
Yeah. So we're gonna. I was going to say we're going to come back to you at the top of the hour and continue on with tech and process and all that good stuff. So hang in there with us, and we'll be back with you right at the top of the hour. Okay.
Nice. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, John Gray, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. He and I go way back, and I'm proud to say. And he's done some work on the Corvette, magnificent as usual, and paint correction mainly. And
they did some work on the Rally 350 as well, and it was stunning.
Got it ready
for
Autorama. When we put it in Autorama, and it was just
it looked awesome,
perfect,
almost glowing.
Yep. And the only part that was missed was the trunk. It continues to be missed.
Yeah, the outside of the trunk was fine. We're actually going to talk a little bit about that segment.
Yeah, the trunk is it's a magic.
There's a bunch of junk in my trunk.
It's a magical mystery is what it is. Anyway, so we're going to check out right now, get back with John Gray in a minute. But time now for Conrads Car Clinic. And Conrad always manages to pick up something that we would want to know about our cars and service and that sort of stuff.
Well, while we're talking about it, so many people ask why car enthusiasts spend so much money and time on our vehicles. Well, it's kind of the same reason that young kids kind of go out clubbing. Women buy so many shoes. We love it. Some of the best things about getting introduced to cars are the new places, new friends, great memories that last forever that you get a chance to do. You know, Don met up with some people at Lucky's Rod Run last year. The people that you get to meet going to tailpipes and tacos. You get to see their cars. You get to see what they've done to their cars. You know, you run into your favorite car shows up at a car show or something you've never seen before. Or me, I'm always looking for that unicorn. So you find that unicorn at a car show. For me, one of those unicorns I found was the Brubaker box I saw up at Randy Shannon's Nifty 50s. And their Brubaker box had a Corvair motor in it, not just the standard Volkswagen motor.
Sorry, can I interrupt? What is a Brubaker box?
They're neat.
It was on. They had it on Jay Leno. It's like this real small minivan that was built by this guy who came from the aerospace industry. That kind of a very, very unique vehicle that you would think was a Volkswagen add-on, but it wasn't. It was built, and it was called the Brubaker box. They only sold a few hundred of them,
But with modern styling on it, too.
very, very modern styling on it. And there's I think there's only one in Houston, but it was pretty much sold as a surfer's vehicle out in California.
Yep.
So, but you know, that was kind of my unicorn that I ran into. And to be honest, 90% of the time our cars are maintained to a better standard than most vehicles that we share on the road, because we have, you know, we've got the loud exhausts, you know, anything that makes us stand out from a regular car we want to do. We want to make our cars unique to what when you run across the same body style somebody else has, that you can tell that that's mine. You know, when some people kind of deem the car enthusiast as a little bit of a dangerous driver. We're really not. I think we're probably some of the more safest drivers out there because we don't want any damage to happen to our car because we've worked so hard on them over the years. You know, even your car, your Corvette, you got the little wing on the back to make it unique to you. It's got the different wheels on it and stuff that make it unique to you. The cars are an extension of ourselves. It's not just a piece of metal we use to get from A to B.
Or fiberglass, as it were.
Or fiberglass. You know, countless hours under the hood, smashing our knuckles, breaking tools, having torque wrenches that don't work.
Saying bad words.
Well, you know, on the Oldsmobile, they've got that tooth in the center of the hood. So I've cut my head on that more than once because I'm not smart enough to remember that it's there. You know, but we're all proud to be car enthusiasts, regardless of what anybody else thinks of me or my car. Some people have very unique cars. Some people have cars that people question why you would build that or why you would invest in that car to the level that you do. It doesn't matter. It's all about me and my car.
We have some friends in northwestern United States with a vehicle, a unique vehicle.
That's right. The Mitsubishi Delica.
Delica.
You know, but they make me happy. My cars make me happy. Being amongst other car enthusiasts make me happy. And I challenge anybody, if you're not involved in having a toy car, jump out and get one. You'll find it to be very, very satisfying and very, very frustrating.
In part of the news this week, U.S. Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao announced she is resigning from President Donald Trump's cabinet after supporters of the president breached the U.S. Capitol on Wednesday in protest of his election loss. Chao said she is resigning as of January the 11th and will help her announced successor, former South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg.
You know, she is also Mitch McConnell's wife.
I did know that. She is the first cabinet secretary to announce her departure after the events and joins a growing list of administration officials who have stepped down with 2 weeks before the end of Trump's term, including former White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney. That is a big, big mess. And one thing that I also wanted to bring up to you is that there is optimism for sales recovery in the second half of this year. Industry built momentum toward the end of 2020, achieving year-over-year sales gains in September and October after battling back from a brutal second quarter. Automakers said dealers closed the year on a high note of profitability as well, with average transaction prices for new vehicles in December projected by some to top $40,000 for the first time.
Wow.
All right, well, that's it for this hour and this segment of the Wheel Time Car Show. Hour number 3 begins just in 2 seconds. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Remember that one. Texas Truck Works is your go-to truck customizer. From mild-to-wild lift kits, custom wheels, and steering and handling enhancements to the best personal and commercial wraps, Texas Truck Works delivers. Let Texas Truck Works founder Scott Stevens help you get the most out of your truck or Jeep. Texas Truck Works has decades of customizing experience, including power adders and complete engine swaps. Let the Texas Truck Works team design an upgrade plan that fits your budget. Get truck attitude today at TexasTruckWorks.com. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, January 16th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupe Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free, and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods all at one location. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event. The Lupe Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupe founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, January 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupe's in Katy. The In Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Get your ride ready and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise in, January 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupe's in Katy, weather permitting.